Hello guys, it's MisterVince, and today we got some new update news from Badimo, and today is exciting because we have finally got our hands on the new model coming in the July update for a vehicle that a lot of people know of, known as the Volt Bike. Now, the Volt Bike is a vehicle that was added in the 2017 winter update, and this is the Volt Bike right now. Looks really nice in my opinion. I am a big fan of it, and a lot of Jailbreak players use this vehicle because of one ability, and that ability is the ability to climb over mountains. Now, as of the July update, there will be a lot of changes with the Volt Bike, and most of them are going to be pretty upsetting, but some of them are awesome. Like, to be honest, these changes are going to be pretty cool for the Volt Bike, as we actually did not receive a new chassis for it since the 2018 winter update. And I'm going to explain what happened to the Volt Bike before the 2018 winter update. So like I said earlier in the video, it was added in the 2017 winter update. Many people called it the Tron Bike because it looked like a Tron bike. I can see why. But in this case, the Volt Bike is like a Tron bike. It's supposed to be based off of the Tron Bike from a movie that a lot of people know of, who are big fans of the company, which I'm not going to explain. The Volt Bike had a different chassis, and it was similar to the ones that a lot of vehicles used back then, except for helicopters, because helicopters had a different chassis. Now anyways, Volt Bikes actually had a different chassis, and at the time, they were not able to climb over mountains. They had off-roading suspension, because at the time, there was no chassis that made vehicles invulnerable to off-roading, which means they don't have suspension. Now, of course, this caused problems as vehicles would lag out in games and it just causes a lot of issues. But then we got the 2018 winter update, and now the Volt Bike was improved, and it is the one we know and love today. Although more changes were made to it due to Roblox updates and other things. So hill climbing with the Volt Bike is a little worse, update after update pretty much. But of course, as of the June update, I think mobile players are actually capable of easily controlling the Volt Bike. I do not know what happened to it, but mobile players, as far as I could tell, they were capable of controlling it without any problems, but still problems occur. Now, the main reason why the Volt Bike is getting revamped in the update is because of the ability to climb over mountains and how glitchy it was. Because this is the Volt Bike without the flipping thing, which means it uses the flip glitch, which prevents it from flipping, although it can still climb over hills. This is the normal Volt Bike, in case you guys are wondering, and the problem is when you climb over hills with it, most of the time you're going to flip. It could be 180 degrees, it could be 360, but if a player has flipped 180 degrees or 90 degrees, it's going to frustrate people out because it basically just annoys the purpose of using the Volt Bike. And without using the steering glitch, the Volt Bike is pretty much not a reliable resource for the power plant. So a lot of players use the Volt Bike glitch. If you're playing on PC, this is the easiest to do. If you're not, this is not possible. Even if you have a keyboard attached on Xbox or mobile, it is not possible, because I'll show you right now, it is not possible to get on the Volt Bike while jumping on mobile or Xbox, because it will instantly eject you out. On PC, you have to hold space and then enter it of a patch made in this update, although it was not entirely patched. So the thing is, if you do the glitch, you can go in first person, but I didn't do the glitch and it does not work. With the glitch, you are no longer able to flip your Volt Bike, and the Volt Bike will always be traveling in the direction of the camera in first person. In third person, it will do the exact same thing as a normal Volt Bike would do. Now, in the July update, Volt Bikes are no longer able to climb through mountains, and that is going to be one of the most unsettling changes of all time, because it's going to be like the first Volt Bike. Now, let's go ahead and go over the performance. The performance is going to be similar to the performance of the current Volt Bike, so nothing changed for the performance, I guess. Now, of course, originally players were going to be refunded and gave a new Volt Bike but it will not happen in a July update because I believe it's probably unfair for the players who already own the Volt Bike just to try to buy another one. The blade got removed and players were refunded for it because the blade was entirely removed. However, shortly after that happened, I actually bought the blade, although I can no longer spawn it because most area vehicles cannot be spawned. And of course, the blade is now entirely removed and it was just a waste of money. So I couldn't check for my money when I bought the blade again after it retired because it got removed. Now, what about the remodel of the Volt Bike? Well, I like it. It looks really cool. The current Volt Bike still looks really nice. It's basically the better version of one of the games that CC made, known as Tron. I think it's called Volt because copyright names. I know. A lot of people know. But basically, CC made a game called Volt, and basically it showed up the Volt Bike. It's different from this one and a newer one. Now, the trail, as you see in this Volt Bike, is also being updated by a new version. And the new version is much more translucent. The current trail we have is translucent, but just not as much as we do have on the new Volt Bike. And the trail is much more updated compared to the trail we know of today. Now, we're not entirely sure about the length of it, but it does look cool overall. Now, the material, I'm not entirely sure what material it is. It's either metal or glass, because the new remodels we got for a lot of vehicles are made out of glass. Those include the Stellon, aka Ferrari, the Model 3, etc. I can't name them all because it's so hard to remember which ones got revamped, but they look pretty nice and they're pretty much made out of glass, except for a couple of miscellaneous items in the stuff I'm not going to explain because a lot of you know what it is. Now, this Volt Bike is kind of bad for ground clearance because if you look, it does not work well with ground clearance. And in the Jailbreak wiki, it states to have the best off-roading of every vehicle, as it's the only vehicle that can actually climb over steep mountains, which is supposed to be the main capability of the Volt Bike. Another potential reason why this bike is being replaced with a new one in the July update is because of how overpowered it is for criminals to be able to escape police officers. Now, in the July update, Asimo and BadCC are planning to balance out teams again, just like they did in the September update, so things go a little more fair for both teams. Now, it's only for a couple, but I guess it's for police officers because they're going to receive a lot of buffs, maybe in a July update. I don't know yet. So stay tuned for Tuesday's news, as we might get news about police officer buffing and all that. However, that may or may not happen, but we're going to have to figure out. And keep that in mind. You have 34 days till Season 4 ends. And by the time this video is being made, you only have 33 days. So don't worry about the amount of days. You just have to worry about getting to level 10. You will still be able to hit level 10 at this point. So keep doing your contracts and get the best quality stuff, the miscellaneous spoilers, etc. So keep going and you will be able to hit level 10 in no time, if you never miss your contracts like this. Now, moving along with this, the Volt Bike overall, the new model, actually looks fire. It's just amazing. Like, I really do appreciate it, you know? Now, of course, and a guy over on Twitter wants retired vehicles and unattainable vehicles, like a 5 days 5 vehicles. I'm not going to worry about that. But that guy has been posting it, so please do not try to, like, toxicate him, because it's probably not nice to do that. Like I said a couple days ago when I made about the toxicity video. So please, do not try to toxicate that guy, because he just wants to do something different, right? Just at least tell him that he probably won't do it nicely, just, okay? Now, moving along back in the Volt Bike revamp, sorry I was off topic. The Volt Bike model was created by someone named Mr. Tommy. I'm pretty sure that's his name. I don't remember the full name because I haven't fully checked out the tweet. But if you look very closely on the tweet I showed you earlier, his name was Tommy, but I don't actually remember his full name because I keep forgetting about nicknames. Am I right? Now, yes, I'm drinking the Bruley right now because I like the Bruley and not Voltbike because the Bruley is much more reliable in terms of speed. But overall, the Bruley is a pretty good vehicle. Now, tomorrow, well, it'll be Tuesday, but Wednesday's video, I'm actually going to be talking about Tuesday news, and then Thursday's video is Wednesdays, and then Fridays will be Thursdays, and Saturday's video, I believe it's going to be about Fridays, and then Sunday's video is going to be about the giant update. It's not giant, but it's going to be the Voltbike Revamp update, so stay tuned for that. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe, and once again, I'm not going to be on that frequent, so yeah. And all this week, I pretty much will make update news for every single day after today, by the time I'm recording this. And as of Sunday, I'm actually going to talk about the giant update. That's not the giant update, okay? I keep messing up, but the new update and the quality of life features that we got. And the Volt Bike, is it good or not? Now, I'm going to go ahead and drive the Volt Bike for the last time for this video, so you guys know what it's like to drive it. I'll show you the speed of it. It's pretty slow depending on your FPS, as it is affected by the FPS. So if your FPS is like 10, it's going to go slower. If it's like really high, like 240, it's going to go insanely fast. So it depends on your FPS. It's not the fastest vehicle, but it's still a great vehicle to use overall. The handling is also really good for its price to speed ratio, so it's pretty good, but it's not the best. And braking is awful for it. If you actually try to hold shift, it's not going to stop quickly. I don't know if that's true or not, because I think it still stops at the same speed, like you see here. And also, it is recommended that you use a color that shows a different material aside from metal or glass, such as radiant orange, because it will make your Volt Bike go slightly faster. Although I can't assume that would be true. And also, I figured out in this update that the chrome effect on the Volt Bike is not doing anything. It did, but I believe they changed it so it is now entirely made out of metal again. So hopefully that is not the case in the July update. But stay tuned for that. And as always, my name is MisterVince. Have a great day. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video.